Guys, I've come to the realization that Phase 8 feels broken right now, and I think we really need to fix it before it's too late. There are three major issues that I want to talk about and take the time to discuss because I think it is really starting to show its true colors and really eating away at what made SOD special and the communities that were built upon the all of Season of Discovery. So the first point I want to talk about is power balance and where it's at in Phase 8 and the Scarlet Enclave. So I really believe power balance, meaning that where all the classes are, where they're progressing, how much damage they're doing, etc., is the worst it has been in all of Season of Discovery. Season of Discovery has prided itself, the devs have even boasted about how balanced the classes have been, how you can take classes, and for most of it, it's been within like 5 to 10% from the very top to the bottom. And so I want to switch it over here to show you the most recent Wowhead chart for DPS in the Scarlet Enclave. So as you can see right here, we have Balanced Druid all the way at the top, about 95%. Then we go all the way to the bottom here. We have classes like Frost Mage, Feral Druid, Enhancement Warrior, or Enhancement Shaman, Fury Warrior. Literal classes that are going to be using a two-handed legendary weapon all the way down here. Sub-Rogue, which is kind of like more of a troll spec. Demonology Warlock, more of a support spec, as it always has been. But then like Elemental Shaman and Survival Hunter, these are all a 20% lower DPS class than what we have. Like, if you are trying to progress through this raid, you shouldn't even bring these classes. That's how bad it is. And it really sucks because the DPS checks are starting to matter, especially when you're trying to get into really good groups and clear the raid. To go at 8 out of 8, you just literally shouldn't bring these classes. That's the point that we are at. And I brought a lot of those classes last night, and I experienced that exact problem. They're just literally 20% worse than bringing Boomkins and Warlocks. So it really sucks to see that, and it really sucks that this is where we're at. To show you exactly what I was meaning, so Wildjammer tweeted this out. Zyrene actually retweeted this, but this is from Nax, so it is a little dated. But they said, I think class balance in SOD PvE is severely underappreciated. Most people just look at the weekly Wowhead chart, but I think it's been extremely misleading lately. So, like, look right here. These were the top 42 parses in Nax Ramus. And as you can see, we have Hunters, we have Paladins, we have Druids, we have Rogues, we have Shadow Priests, Elishams. Like, we have such a wide variety of classes and specs that are on this chart. And then we look at the Mythic Undermine raid, and as you can see, it is Demon Hunters, Monks, and a few Rogues, and Beast Mastery Hunters. Then we go over here, and this might shock you, but Molten Core is literally all warriors. No one does anything better than warrior. Literally all warriors with Hajj and Black Hand's Breath. Like, that is just crazy and hilarious to me that is where we're at with all of that and what everyone is using. So, just absolute insanity. Like, these are the differences of raid balance and stuff. And so when we look at these things, like, this is what made SOD special, this is what made SOD awesome. Literally, this is what I think was so dang special about it. And we even sacrificed PvP to achieve this. Like, everyone got rid of straight up PvP to make this happen. And so it just really sucks to have that happen. And we then see it be a massive disparity here in Phase 8. And then another thing to point out, if the devs really want to beat the Pally favoritism, I want to show you this. Like, why are Paladin tanks are about 10% better than Shaman tanks, and Pally DPS, our Retribution, is almost 10 to 15%, depending if you go LE Sham or Enhancement Sham, better than Shaman. So, like, devs, if you want to beat the Pally favoritism accusations, it should not be like this. Like, these need to be closer, these need to be fixed. And obviously, with every criticism I make, I always want to, give some actual real solutions. So let's go over here and look at some possible real solutions. So I think tier set bonuses is what we want to talk about. So some were very well adjusted with the sort of Nax nerfs, if you will, the post-Nax update for all of our tier gear, our nerfs, our adjustments. And some were very adjusted, like Paladin, Hunter, and Mage off the top of my head. Those seemed like tier sets that were changed, 2 sets and 4 sets, and all kinds of previous tier swapped around and stuff. And some were just left exactly as they were, and it felt really, really weird. So from my understanding, like Enhancement Shaman, like they want their 2 set. 2 set is great for everyone. I'm pretty sure they did a great job with 2 sets. However, like the 4 set for Enhancement Shaman is just absolutely abysmal, and no one wants that. However, the 6 set is great. So like, but most people don't have 6 set, and especially when you're looking at a Shaman, it's literally Druid, Shaman, Paladin token, which is the most popular token by far. It's not even close. Druids and Shamans provide amazing utility, and I already know Paladin's like the most played class over there on the Alliance. So like that token is super contested, and so it's just like, how do you justify giving people a 6 set before everyone else just so they can play their class? Like, it should be linear progression. Like, you should feel great about getting your 4 set. You should be like, hell yeah, this is awesome, I'm going to do more DPS. Not, oh, you got your 2 set? Well, now you get these 2 new pieces of gear, but you have to wait because you have to actually use your AQ4 set the entire time. And that just feels really bad for everyone. Like, you shouldn't want to be like, oh, yes, I got new gear. Like, you want to get new tier, you want to put that on, you want to feel good about that. Not, oh, no, I can't do this yet. So a great example I have, and I really hope this gets changed, and I will keep talking about it until it does, but, like, for my Druid here, right? I got my 4 set because of the new Beatrix thing, and it synergizes really well with increasing your Berserk duration by 15 seconds, so Berserk is up for 30 seconds, and that synergizes really, really well with your Nax 4 set, which reduces the cooldown on your Survival Instincts and your Berserk by 2 minutes. Mainly as main tank, the Survival Instincts is way more important than the Berserk. The Berserk helps for threat, but you'll have threat anyway from your opener, whether it's every minute or not. Like, you're never going to have to retake threat. Unless you die and it's a mess anyway. But like the Growl and Misses, so they literally changed how warrior tanks and paladin tanks work so that this doesn't happen. So like the Never Miss Taunt, like that's just gone from their tier sets, and they're able to use their taunt scaling with their ring stuff. I'm not exactly sure what all they changed. But it just feels really weird to have those classes get tank changes and then like Guardian Druid is just completely forgotten about. And so like I would suggest switching the 2 and 4 set here, doing the Growl changes to the Rune Ring that you did with the other classes, and then swapping 2 and 4 set, so then I can maybe use my 6 set, which scales very nicely with the 2 set. You gain 30% increased attack speed every 10 seconds every time you gain a critical strike. So like that is just permanent catnip is what that, or a little bit less. It's 30%, not 50%, but that is really awesome. And if you read the 2 set, your critical strikes in bear form or direband form grant you a shield that lasts 10 seconds that absorbs physical damage equal to 25% of your attack power the next time you take physical damage. So like that is a really nice synergy, and attacking 30% faster would help me proc that a lot more. So like it's just like we saw a lot of these class changes, but then we just completely forgot about the other ones, like Enhancement Shaman and Feral Druid, as well as like Survival Hunter, Fury Warrior. Like they are just so low, and I really think that we could do a lot more adjustments with tier that we gave other classes. It just feels really weird and really odd to do some, but not all. But that is just me, once again, offering a very specific suggestion to help alleviate that, so like I can actually pursue a 6 set and feel great about putting on a 6 set of the newest tier from the raid. But for now, I'm just going to stay 4 out of 4 because there's literally no reason to pursue it at this point. And then finally, I've come to this conclusion, one, from a lot of your guys' feedback, as well as just seeing where the raid is, how it felt, and I'll dive into it more, but I do think it is time for that buff, that ICC buff, to pull the trigger that we've been waiting on. So in this past month, these 4 lockouts, I brought my entire Sod Savers guild together. I brought the 35 best that I could assemble, best classes, best geared, best Satishas, best buffs, everything we had, to clear the Enclave. We got the Calderon kill at the end of week 2. It felt really awesome to finally do that. And then I split our raids back apart. to try to have 2 raids going. We went 7 out of 8 the first week, and then we went, so week 3, and then this most recent week, Tuesday, we went 8 out of 8 in 3 hours. People were hitting their 4-set power spikes, their 6-set power spikes. It felt really good with our 25 to 30 people that we have been running with for pretty much the entirety of Season of Discovery. So, like, it felt good to clear the raid in 3 hours, 8 out of 8. That felt awesome, but that is the raid group that has progressed through it. It has spent a month doing that. Our second raid team, which is a lot of some alts, it's some new people. It's more casual, it's more relaxed, it's more of the community aspect of my community guild. It feels like we're progging all over again because our DPS is low. We have a few 2-sets, but we don't have that much. Like, the 2-sets are the people that were doing the chalice the entire time, and they would have got it by killing Beatrix today, or yesterday as well, like this week. And the fights are taking so much more longer, and it really just feels like we're progressing again, and we're doing the same stuff that we just went through, we just suffered through and blasted, and it's been a month. I really think the raid was hard, and people cleared it. So I think it is time to give dads, to give alt runs, to give the people that want to do the 20-man raid, I think it's time to let them do that. I think it's time for a 5 to 10% ICC buff. Whatever you guys had planned, I think it's time to pull the trigger on that. I really, genuinely, in my heart, believe that we've kind of given up on everything that made SOD special, all for the sake of this new raid. And I like to be hopeful, and that's why with every feedback I've given you guys some decent solutions, but I really think we need to fix SOD before it is too late and people just give up and quit en masse, because if this is it, if this is the final raid, that is where we're ultimately headed, and it just feels really bad. And SOD was supposed to be something that gave people like, you literally said at launch, you want people to play alts, you want people to experience it, you want people to get into it, and I think that has been really, really lost on the final raid being so hard and such a massive challenge. I did enjoy it, I loved it, but I think now it is truly time for the buff and making it a lot easier. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If there's anything you would like to add, any solutions, any problems you guys have encountered, these are just my personal ones and things that I think would make the game a lot better for the community. But until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.